This is Kristin.
And I'm Steve, and you are listening to Cycling Together, a show all about things bikes, riding, and riding together.
This week,
we're turning things on its head, and we're talking about what not to give cyclists for gifts.
We'll give you a couple of ideas for what you could give them. But yes, we're going to talk about bad gifts for cyclists. But first, let's talk about the Turkey Afterburner.
The Turkey Afterburner is a local event held by the southeast region of the New England Mountain Bike Association, NEMBA.
It's their 10th year.
And it's sort of the end of the year, I guess probably the last NEMBA chapter group ride event.
Yeah, it's the end of the NEMBA Adventure Series. So they have one throughout the season that this was the last one.
And it's always the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So, Turkey Afterburner.
Yeah, and it was great. It was great. It was a great day. It was cold, but actually not quite as cold as I expected.
Well, we've had better afterburners, let's face
weather-wise?
it. Weather-wise. This one was pretty good morning. Not as cold as I think we were expecting, but then we had a couple of quick rain showers early afternoon, and then the rain kind of came in by 2:30ish or so, I'd say. Yeah.
But my understanding is the mountain bikers hung on and hung out for quite a bit.
Well, they did because everybody had their raffle tickets. So everybody's waiting for that raffle. And then the MC on the microphone was really sort of pushing the times back and back and back, making everybody waiting.
It started to rain, and it was like, the raffle's going to be an hour. And then it was like 10 minutes later, the raffle's going to be in half an hour. We're like, okay, we're moving that fast. And then like 20 minutes later,
it's going to be an hour.
It's going to be an hour. We are so confused. But I think I heard afterwards from the people that were cleaning up from the chaos and fun that there were many still hanging out despite the rain.
The fires were raging, so they had some excellent fires going to keep everybody warm. So and the beer,
excellent day. Shout out to Southeast chapter of NEMBA. It was an amazing event. Also, one thing I want to talk about before we get to our main topic is last show we talked about, or I shared my question of whether or not e-mountain bikes were ruining mountain biking or if we were letting them.
Yeah.
Right. And then I shared that as a clip
to
all our social medias. And apparently I hit a nerve.
Well, those are some fighting words for people. So yeah.
But I was told both that it was the best take they had ever heard on the situation.
Okay.
And it was the worst take that they had ever heard on the situation.
Yeah.
I should also say we're really bad at responding to things on the social media. We're really good about putting stuff up on the social media. And then we kind of move on with our lives and forget that people might be responding to it. But there were two in particular that I wanted to address. You answered this one, but I thought it'd be fun for the show. The comment was, Lycra has ruined mountain biking. It brings the road attitude to the mountain. And you said what?
Well, I said that we started, I got my first mountain bike in 1990.
Yes.
So we're now at 35 years ago.
Back in the day.
There were no baggy shorts. There were no mountain bike clothing.
Right.
You wore your Lycra. And so I would wear my normal Lycra cycling shorts and a tight Lycra top.
Right.
And I in that outfit, no pads, no bombing down Killington, Mount Snow, and then that in the east, and particularly, and then I had gone out west after college,
right?
And I rode up to Eagle's Nest of Vale and rode down from there. Then with some friends, we went to Steamboat, rode up there, bombed down Steamboat there, in bare Lycra, no pads, 26-inch wheels, hardtail with only 60 millimeters of travel, and 1.9-inch tires.
You know, it's a funny thing about Lycra because I feel like when some people, either non-cyclists or new cyclists or anti-cyclists, want to crap on cycling, it's Lycra that comes up that they use, you know, oh, what are you doing on the rec path in Lycra? Or
Lycra is purpose built for cycling. It does not move against your skin as you're riding. There's a reason you wear Lycra. And there's a reason why, even as a mountain biker wearing baggy shorts, underneath that is a pair of Lycra bib shorts, because that keeps the chamois pad against your skin tight.
Yep.
That, you're not having the baggies are not rubbing against and chafing against your skin. And but
it's always the thing. And my response usually is, it's the right clothing for the job.
Yeah.
What are you wearing swimming?
Right.
Like, are you going to, because I've seen
cut off jean shorts.
Yeah, cut off jeans, right? I'm sorry. You're not, what are you wearing jogging?
Yeah.
What are you wearing? But somehow Lycra is always the thing that gets pulled up. Like these people in Lycra.
In downhill mountain biking in the day, they would wear tight clothing. And downhill racing was a completely different discipline. It was about speed, not about just unbelievable technical challenges.
Right.
And then there was this, like, it got into like these really, really baggy clothes at one point. And I kept saying to myself, what are they doing? Like, this is a downhill race against the clock. Why are you not wearing Lycra?
Right.
Why are you not wearing a skin suit, basically?
Right.
And to be honest, they have started getting very, very much more tight because people were, I think, realized, wow, I'm giving up speed here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it's just interesting. And as I said, Lycra always gets that kind of, it's the argument, like, you're being too serious about cycling if you're wearing Lycra. And again, I use my bathing suit.
But for mountain bike racing, for cross country racing, actually cross country racing.
Yes.
A standard Lycra road kit is the best choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So.
No. All right. And then there was the comment, and this one actually made me sad. And I didn't respond to it because I don't know this person. But the person said, I haven't ridden with my lifelong riding buddy, 20 years at least, since he got his e-bike 2 years ago, and I'm not slow on a regular bike.
Yeah, that's sad.
It is sad. Now, what I'm going to say is this is not the e-bike's fault.
No.
Your friend's an asshole.
Yeah.
I just, I'm sorry. Like, if
it's not the e-bike's fault.
It's not the e-bike's fault. I ride with people regularly on e-bikes, and they maintain whatever speed we go at. And just the idea that your friend is like, sucks to be you, man. I just think that's really crappy.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to find new friends. And that's what I could not say, nor will I post as a clip, because those are fighting words. Anyway. All right. Well, shall we dive right into today's topic?
Yes. What not to buy, right? Everybody has the best gifts for cyclists.
Well, that's.
We're gonna talk about why those are not the best gifts for cyclists and all the other things that you shouldn't buy a cyclist.
I know, and tis the season, right? Tis the season of the list, what they call the listicle. That's the social media word for it, the listicle, which is the best cycling gifts under 50, the best gifts for gravel bikers, mountain bike gear for mountain bikers.
Yes.
The two that cracked me up were the best gift ideas for women who love bikes.
Okay.
Not really, but I did go look at it, and they had a bracelet on that I guess you wouldn't have on a men's one. And then Good Housekeeping.
Good Housekeeping.
Good Housekeeping.
Yeah.
Came out with 25 gifts for cyclists, for mountain bikers, triathletes, and casual riders. Okay, let's just talk about that. 26 gifts that are going to cover everyone from a mountain biker to a triathlete to your casual rider.
Yeah.
By Good Housekeeping.
The Venn diagram of those things overlapping is going to be a sliver in the middle of
right.
Nothing.
Yeah. So let's acknowledge why are these publications making these lists?
Oh, because they all have links to these products because they get affiliate.
Yeah. They're trying to sell shit.
They're trying to sell stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like one of them, competitivecyclist.com, like the stuff on their list, which we're going to go into, was so ridiculous until you realize their whole job is to sell the stuff on their website.
Right.
So, and then everybody else is affiliates. It's all, and it's disclosed at the top, but.
It is. But I see this a lot in both the bike categories, and I will say, sort of be favorite of bikers is coffee. I see this in coffee stuff as well, where you'll find these best lists and every single item has, let's say, a link to the Amazon.
Right.
Right? It is not the best thing in that category. It is the best thing in that category that is on Amazon.
Right.
Right? And when it comes to coffee, a lot of the good stuff is not on Amazon.
Yeah.
So, I'll see like, oh, this is the best coffee maker for this type of coffee, and this is the best espresso maker, and whatever. And I'm like, no,
No, it's not.
No, it's not. There's not one Italian machine on there, which tells you no.
Right. And I mean, we could sign up for this too. And I've tried it in the past. I'm just too lazy. I'm too lazy to do the affiliate links because you have to generate each one. Like we have an affiliate account.
Right.
With Amazon. And I have done these in the past where I too have played this game. And first of all, we just don't get enough traffic to make it worth the amount of time that I have to. So here's the good news. You can trust us because we're not selling anything.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. So what we're going to focus on first is we looked at a bunch of lists and we've picked some things that we are going to call bad gifts. Now, they're not necessarily bad gifts if you have specifically been asked for them.
Yes. So this is a case. These are not the gifts, bike gifts for adults, not children.
Yes.
And it's some stuff that you haven't been specifically asked for. Yes. Right. Okay.
I'm starting with the first one.
Okay.
I think a bike is a bad gift.
Yeah. Wow. You're just going right at the
right in there.
Whole hog. Okay. A bike is a bad gift. And as soon as you said that to me, I said, what? No. And then I go, oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Bikes under a Christmas tree for your kids.
Awesome.
The best gift.
Yeah.
Like that is just the awesome gift.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about a grown up and it's right up there with the like Lexus big red bow on a car thing where you're like, if you ever went out and just bought a car and brought it home, there's an SNL skit about this.
It's
right?
a great one.
Which I would kill you, right? And I've seen people, we've talked about this on the show, guys who bought their wife a bike and she can't get on the bloody thing. Now, I know you could probably return it or make sure you work with the bike shop that you can return it.
Right. That's a big one.
But if you're going to buy someone, quote unquote, a bike, like buy them money for a bike. Like I have put X amount of money on deposit with our local bike shop so you can go pick a bike.
Yeah,
right?
That's a great one, right?
That would be the way to do it.
Yeah, so getting somebody a bike has a lot of asterisks up in the next to
unless they specifically ask for, or they've been like saying to you, I've been riding my buddy's bike. I love it. It's great. I would love one just like it. Like I can see kind of very.
And I have one of those going right now.
I actually think of that. What's another one that would be a bad thing if they didn't ask for it?
So you think a trainer is a bad one?
Again, if you didn't ask.
So an indoor bike trainer you're saying is a bad one.
If I didn't ask for it, all it says is, sweetie, you might need to lose a little weight.
Does it though?
You're not really moving enough.
I have to agree. This is a ask. The other thing about trainers is that there are a lot of different types now, and I think that is also a tough one to get somebody unless you're super involved with what they use and
what
like
they want,
and
what
want.
systems they want to do, what kind of riding they want to do. Maybe they really like. I guess let me put it this way: would you roll a Peloton into somebody's house without asking them? You might be like, I didn't really want a Peloton. I didn't want a Peloton. I wanted a bike trainer. I didn't want a bike trainer. I wanted a Peloton. Like, I think it's just these expensive tech gifts. And they're on every list, right? Get a Garmin, get a light, get a Wahoo Kicker, I just think they're so personal that, again, unless somebody specifically said.
If you're, and this is going to come to play with a lot of things we say here, if you're a cyclist, if you are an enthusiast who rides.
Yeah.
Okay. Semi-enthusiast, weekend warrior, whatever. Then you're going to have opinions about the stuff and the gear you like and you want.
Yeah.
And that's where these gifts come into problem. Now, what about with a trainer? What about if you knew somebody had a trainer and they were just watching TV with it, maybe getting them, and I don't know if they do this, but what about if you got somebody like a year to Zwift subscription?
Interesting idea, but then is their trainer a smart trainer?
Is their trainer a smart trainer? You'd have to,
like,
you have to know these nuances of the gear they have.
And I mean, think about like our daughter. She has zero interest in Zwift. She likes to go downstairs and watch New Girl while she's on her trainer. Right? She has a trainer. I'd give her a Zwift, and she will always pick New Girl.
Right.
So, I guess the only question just would be first of all, if you are on Zwift and it is your wife or your husband and they've expressed some interest in it, maybe you could buy a month or two.
Yep.
Maybe not a whole year. But yeah, I just think it gets all of these. I think all of these really, for a good part of this, are going to come back to it's just so personal. Right? Like my favorite, I'm going to skip the one we had, is anytime any of these lists recommend shorts, not like baggies, but the
cycling shorts?
Lycra, the cycling shorts, because like
no, don't get a Cyclist a pair of cycling shorts.
Yeah, it's so, again, how the pad is made, where the seam is, what works for you and your anatomy. I just don't think that you can really buy someone unless, again, they say specifically, I love the Pearl Izumi shorts with the drop trow and like these links, which, let's face it, a lot of people do. I mean, our family all the time, it's like, I need specific things that you want for Christmas. Great, this is what I want. But don't go rogue, right? Don't be like, well, I know that she said the Pearl Izumi, but I really like the Verge ones, they're so much better, so I'm gonna buy her those.
Right.
Right? Because like that's just messing with areas that you should not be messing with.
So you also put down saddlebags and handlebar bags, and I have to agree there as well, because what does that person want to carry? Do they want a saddlebag or handlebar bag or top two bag that carries their phone? Do they just need it for a few nutrition items?
Do you want it to be waterproof? Do you somebody who likes luggage?
Yeah. What kind of mount and so forth? What do they want? Does their top two bag can be bolted in with, because they've got the bolts for that, or does it have to strap down? Again, it's too personal. So it's too personal.
Yeah, which again, next one, too personal. Helmets. There's a lot of recommendations for getting someone a helmet or shoes. Or first of all, unless you know me, you cannot get me a helmet. My head is gigantic, and there are just not that many helmets that work well for me. I've tried them on at the shop. People are like, I love this helmet. I put it on. I'm like, ugh, it doesn't fit me right.
Yeah.
So this is where we're going to come down to maybe a gift card is the best thing you can give to a cyclist. Give the gift of shopping.
Right.
Shoes are the same way.
Here's a good point. Here's a good one for shoes.
Yeah.
I have had some riders come in with their shoes.
Yes.
And you go, wow, you need a new pair of shoes. I mean, like, they're falling apart. Right? They have run these shoes into the ground. If you're the spouse and you see that, like, your spouse is a cyclist and has ratty shoes, you can probably go ahead and get them the same, whether they're a road or mountain, get them the same type.
Yes.
And the same brand, because that's the only way you're going to know, the same size, because it's the only way you're going to know that size fits.
That's right, because even if it's the quote unquote same size, they may not fit the same.
Yeah, every brand fits a little bit different.
So if somebody's wearing...
Now, if they could take them back and exchange them, fine, but...
but that's what we're trying to avoid, is the taking back and exchanging, or just feeling... I'll admit, I grew up in a family that we weren't... You just said thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Like, that was a big revelation when I joined your family, because in my family you got a present and you said thank you and you kept it. That was just what you did. We never talked about receipts. And the first Christmas I went to with your family, your mother, before I even processed what was out of the box, was like, if you don't like it, you return it. I have the receipt. What do you and I was like, no, I love it. And then afterwards I was like, wait, I can return it? Like, that just wasn't It just wasn't, we didn't do that in my family. Okay. You were just grateful. Okay. Tire sealant.
Oh, tire sealant.
Big one. This was on people's lists.
Yes. In fact, somebody we know, Jeff, said he received muck-off sealant once, and that it was like he was listing bad gifts.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Because, and we're going to get to that, but we asked our team for their best gifts and their worst gifts. We didn't get many worst gifts, but he did share one, which was somebody gave like a gallon of
muck
off sealant.
As much as I like muck off products, their tubeless sealant is one of the worst products ever made for bicycles.
Right.
It is horrendous stuff. and so the thing with tire sealant is that a lot of them are not compatible with each other.
I was going to say,
and so if a rider is using a particular type of sealant and you want to get them more of that sealant because you know that's what they're using, go ahead. But otherwise, don't get tire sealant.
Right. Yeah. Even though, and so kind of the same with parts.
Parts. So really parts. you like, I really don't see a person going out and getting drivetrain components and brakes and so forth, and tires are very personal. Don't don't get that stuff.
I saw one recommendation was like a Garmin mount. Like, well, if you have a Garmin, you probably have a Garmin mount.
You probably have a mount already,
right?
Yep.
So, and how long is the Garmin? Like, not all Garmin mounts are compatible.
Lengths.
Like, they're different lengths. So I have one that like doesn't fit because my Garmin got bigger. So God, we sound so ungrateful.
I know.
Don't get that either. That sucks. Either. And that, no. All right. One that I know my friend wants me to say, my friend Leslie would say, water bottle. Don't give people water bottles.
Really?
Unless there's something good in it.
Oh, you use that as a wrapping for something else inside, like a gift card or.
There is a risk to that, and we will use my friend Leslie as an example because her dear husband Dave gave her come in to see the bike guy to build your own custom gravel bike. Right? So excited! Right. So we wrapped it up. We put it in the water bottle, in part because I knew Leslie does not want any more water bottles. And the reality is, if you're a cyclist, you've been doing it for a while, you have a crap ton of water bottles, right? We have an entire drawer of water bottles. So she opened the present with a water bottle and she hucked it across the room. And at the end of Christmas, Dave was like, you're going to want to look inside that. So don't give just an empty water bottle, and just don't give a water bottle. Right. Unless it's like really unique, I guess. But like, I don't know, cyclists just have enough water bottles.
Right.
You know?
Right. Okay. I get that.
Yeah.
And of course with water bottle goes along with nutrition.
Oh my gosh, this was such a weird one.
Your gels and your well,
it was on all the lists. Scratch.
I take it back. This one could be a good one if you know the person already is the cyclist is using nutrition, and you can't go wrong with a few things. Like you can't really go wrong with like the stroopwafels. Right?
That's nummy.
They're tasty, even if they're just an after ride snack or whatever.
I know, but these were like a gallon. I just had this vision of
don't buy tubs of Scratch or tubs of. That's what they
were.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine if your mother was like, "Hey, I was reading an article and I decided to give you a tub of Gatorade."
Right.
You'd be like, "I don't use Gatorade. Thank you very much." You know, again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the little snacks, the little like, or if you're at a craft fair and they have a cute nutrition and you get some little granola munchies, that's all cute little, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
You know, but these recommendations in these articles were like a pound of Scratch. Yeah. Right. Or
gels can actually also be tough because one, you might get a flavor they don't like.
Yes.
Or some flavors automatically come with like extra sodium and some come with extra caffeine, and that might be not what the person wants.
Yeah. You could there is a service called The Feed, and you could give them a gift card to that.
That's a great one.
Right? And that way they can pick their own nutrition. I always think of gift cards, and they're going to come up in the list of what we think is good as I know they can seem impersonal, but I always said, like with the kids, it's the gift of shopping. You're giving the children, like you can go shopping and not spending your own money. So you're giving them time. I think it's nice. I like gift cards. All right. Other things that pop up on the list a lot. Books. I know I'm a cyclist.
Yeah.
And I read a lot. I'm a big reader. I don't need to read about the history of female cyclists. I don't need a book on that.
And I am not a big reader.
And you have received a butt ton of books.
And I have received a lot of books.
Not to sound ungrateful.
Some interesting stuff. And
I may have given you some.
you may have, but I would prefer not.
Yeah, but they're just, again, they're all on the list. Like, just to be a cyclist does not mean that by nature we are all curious about the history of the bike.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the other one that came up today, I was out at brunch day and then I walked around to a couple little stationery stores. Are those little repair kits and little tin cans?
Yes. Yeah,
It
they're
was
like
so cute.
It's like the
So
bicycle little
useless.
repair kit, but it comes from a Hallmark store.
Yes.
Yeah, don't get those.
Don't get those.
Yeah.
Don't get those. Like, I get it. It feels, there reaches a point where people are of a certain age that, like, we don't necessarily need anything. We don't necessarily want anything.
Right.
But you want to buy gifts for people. And so you're like...
I mean, it's nice that you were thinking about that person when you saw that and so forth. But
Exactly.
yeah, it is unfortunately just adding more trash to the world.
Yes, that's what we're trying to avoid.
Yep.
Meaningful. All right. Any other bad gifts you can think of that you've gotten over the years?
Ooh. I don't know.
Not bad gifts, but again,
Non-useful gifts.
non-useful gifts.
Less useful gifts.
Well, let's talk about the good gifts.
All right.
And I did find one list that I really liked. It started strong. It ended problematic, which is in New York Magazine. They had best gifts for cyclists where they asked cyclists for gift ideas. So I think that's right off the start. You're off to a better, like, they asked cyclists and they started strong. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. And then they ended badly because the problem is you get more expensive with your list. That's when you get into the computers, the trainers, the stuff that I don't think you should buy
I will
people.
talk about if you want to buy somebody a computer, what you should do.
Okay. All right. So we did ask our team for some of their favorite gifts over the years. One of my favorite, bike mechanic stand.
Yeah, bike mechanic stand. So that is a great one if your cyclist friend, spouse, cousin, whatever, does not have one of these. It is always something everybody loves because you use it to adjust things, fix things, wash your bike.
Seriously, right there.
Yep.
Wash your bike. I like, just from a non-mechanical, you don't have to be a mechanic to get good use out of a mechanic stand.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing is to make sure that it is sturdy enough to hold your bike.
I'm just going to come right out and give everybody what they should get.
Do it.
Okay. Get a feedback sports stand and then just get the best, get whichever one fits your budget.
We will put a couple links in the show notes.
The cheapest is a great stand. The most expensive is a phenomenal stand.
Yep.
So you can't go wrong there. They all fold up, very compact.
Yep.
Tuck away in the closet, tuck away on the wall, whatever.
Yep.
And the name in the world of bike stands is so well known that you're not buying them. You're going to buy something that they're going to like and be proud of, type of thing.
Right. So what you're saying,
they're going to
don't
know
go to
that you thought about
Amazon
it.
and get a no-name stand.
Yeah.
Get a quality stand. Because the reality is, if you put your bike on this stand and it tips over, you could do some serious damage to your bicycle.
Correct. And a good stand will last years and years and years and pushing into decades, perhaps.
I use ours all the time for cleaning the bikes. It just allows for so much easier access. You can get it really clean. So I thought that was great. And then, of course, with that, any bike cleaning stuff, right?
Yes.
We talked about Muck-Off. Like, Muck-Off has...
Yep. Bike
kits.
cleaners, bike degreasers, all that kind of stuff. The cleaning equipment. Doesn't matter if they already use some other brand.
Yes.
You're always, I don't care. Somebody gave me a bottle of whatever, some cleaning stuff for bikes. Great. I'm going to use it.
Right.
I'll use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You right.
You can
it's
never
hard
have
to go
too
wrong
much
with those.
with cleaning stuff. Plus, they have some cool cleaning kits that you can buy, like 8-in-1, 6-in-1, whatever. Because honestly, I never have enough brushes. I never have enough rags. Whatever is going to be in that thing, I will take it. And then even some tools. Like, I saw torque wrench sets were suggested a lot. I thought that was great idea.
So tools can be a little tricky. So I'll just give a couple of examples here of something that a lot of cyclists already have a few tools at home, and they might have that mini tool that they carry with them.
Yep.
So there are, let's see, so Wera and Topeak make these little mini ratchet toolkits.
Okay.
And so think about a sort of a socket ratchet handle, but it's very, very small. It's only, I don't know, what is that, 3-4 inches or so.
Yes.
And then lots of little bits that go in that.
Okay.
These are, not only could you carry it with you, so they're great on the bike, but they're also great at home working on the bike. And once you use one of those things, you're like, oh, this is a great tool. Right. So that's a good way to go. Lezyne also makes a little sort of mini T-handled one with a torque, with a preset 5mm torque bit on it, and that works great too.
How about some of those? I mean, I know we have our toolkit that's got multiple Allen wrenches, but you have the ones where it's single, like long Allen wrench with a handle.
Yes. Yeah, that's the Lezyne one.
I think those are great, just because it's great. Hard to get into places sometimes with those little foldy ones.
Exactly.
And I do have my own toolkit, and I just have kind of a random collection. And yes, I have a couple duplicate things, but I feel like we're never sad to have multiple. And we have plenty of tools around, and we're still like, oh, this is a great little tool.
Yeah.
So, all right. Tech. We poo-pooed computers, not poo-pooed. You're going to talk about what to look for.
Yes, I can talk about that.
Go for it.
Okay. So if you're going to give somebody a computer, then because they don't have one is typically the case, and they've been maybe talking about it or whatnot, but there are a lot of brands out there, but you cannot go wrong with just going with Garmin. and this is nothing against.
I can already hear Kristin just sending me things.
This is nothing against Wahoo.
Slack.
This is nothing against Hammerhead or all the others. But you're just basically getting the industry standard of which it's hard to not like.
Yeah.
And then you go with one or two things. The low budget, you get the Explorer 2. Yep. Right. And then the higher budget, you get the 850. And the no budget, you get the 1050. But that's basically what to look for.
All available at Steve the Bike Guy. Okay, but also other tech. I was thinking a GoPro. If you really want to get somebody some tech, a GoPro can be a really nice waterproof sports camera. Yep. Again, there are lots of other cameras, but that's kind of the standard.
Right. The standard.
You can hang it off of your bike. You can get accessories to put it, to carry it on your body. You can use it in your back pocket. And then also a battery bank. I know we talked about people using their phones and for navigation with a battery bank.
Yep.
But even if you, like, we did a long day of riding at Cuddy Hunk earlier this season, right? And people's computers and everything were just kind of dying after a long day. And everyone, except for me, had a battery bank with them that they just carried with them. And I was like, that's probably not a terrible thing to have.
People have a portable battery bank now?
But it's another one that if somebody gave me another one, I wouldn't be like, oh no, another battery bank. Because we get kids around here stealing them. And
all right.
This one, like you have, this weighs a ton.
This is a big one.
This
is a high capacity one that could charge an iPhone 4 times over.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think it's one that, again, if I got another battery bank, I'd be like, oh, I'm never going to use this. Right. Like I would definitely find. And then our friend Doug had these, he's shown them to me a couple of times, but he has these portable hand warmers. They're like little pods, and he sticks them in his pocket and he just brings them places. And like that way he can put his hands
pods.
Yeah, they're not like in your gloves. They're just like, they almost look like that battery thing. But on a cold day, what's nice about them is I feel like you could use them if you're walking the dog. You could use them if you're on a bike ride and they're in your pocket and you can just shove your hands into your pocket to get warm. You can use them after. Like they're multi-purpose.
Yes.
So yeah, all three of those things, GoPro, battery bank with solar with charger, and electric hand warmers, like you could use them both on and off the bike. So that to me makes them better gifts.
One more tech item. We were talking about the Garmin. Okay. if you're trying to buy for a road cyclist, then the Varia rear radar, if they do not have one,
it's probably a safe choice.
It is a.
But they really need the computer.
But they need a computer ahead of time.
If they don't have the computer, then the Varia is not that helpful.
The Varia will work with other brands of computers, but the rear radar for road cyclists is an utter game changer. I don't have a single customer who has ever told me that once they started using it, that it hasn't just completely changed their lives on the road,
and
basically.
You know it's true, because the second time you said that.
Yeah. You're right, it is.
Full description of game changer. No, but I mean, the thing is, it's cool, but they do need a computer.
Yes.
So computer first, and then Varia. All right. Asking the team, I'm going to say I was surprised by the next category that several people said were good gifts, and that was art.
Art. They like art.
Like bicycle art. Okay. There were a couple of artists that were called out, Doug Dale and Greg Leach, not our friend Greg, do different kinds of art. I wanted to talk about this because I feel like art's kind of again, it's a personal choice, right? Like, do you need to know they like that art, or you think it's a good gift?
I think it can be a good gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it can be a good gift.
I like it.
Especially if it's not too generic.
Yes.
If it came, we use this as like watercolors. Like that person is actually painting that particular. Okay. Well, that's an interesting gift, right?
It kind of goes into the next category, which is like home good, like stained glass, anything bike oriented decor. It's like I'm like who is it from Beauty and the Beast? Gaston. I use bikes in all of my decorating. Right.
And somebody had posted the coasters, the wood coasters with the chain around them, and I forget who they're from.
That's from.
We had gotten those ourselves.
There's one.
And I mean, honestly, we've received coasters in the past, and
here it is.
We do use coasters every now and then. Oh yeah, there is one right there.
It's from Uncommon Goods.
Yes, and I have to say, this is the best. Like, these are the best.
They're really
coasters.
Simple and cute. Etsy is full of this kind of stuff, and I do think I think art, home goods, anything with a bike on it, and probably safe is probably. I'm a sucker for all of it. Yeah. Right. I'm a sucker for downstairs. We have this really cute stained glass somebody put in a cassette into one of the cogs. Right. So it's a stained glass within that. Yeah. Our friend sent us one. Apparently he got like a custom stained glass of his Captain America bike, which is red and blue. Oh. And so somebody else sent us a clock that was made out of bike parts. So yeah, apparently I'm not that confused by art. I guess the hanging art was just like, there's only so many walls that I have to hang things on, but I could also see if somebody gave us a piece of art of somewhere we had visited or of a race or something like that. I could definitely see art being really...
I think one of the biggest maybe art type of things that might not be all that great is something too generic. So let's just say a Christmas tree ornament made out of bike chain.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's cute.
It's cute. Now, if it was made out of the chain that that rider used to ride, in
the Pan Mass
Challenge or Unbound or something like that. Well, now see, that's something different.
Right.
Right. And in fact, years and years and years ago, when we were doing Christmas ornaments out of chain and so forth, one of the things was we would tell people, just give me your chain and we'll make this for you.
We did talk about doing that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think, as I said, I'm a sucker for anything with a bike on it, which kind of brings us to the next topic, which is category, which is clothing. And it's funny. One of our friends sent us a T-shirt that said, like, if it wasn't on Strava, it didn't happen.
Yep.
T-shirts, I think, are tough.
I mean, we were just talking about how cycling clothing is not a great gift.
I'm going to call this street cycling clothing, right?
Yes.
Like, I think, although it's funny, years ago, my brother gave me a bike jersey. Like, I would always say, don't give somebody a bike jersey unless you really know, but I love it. It says, we can do it with Rosie the Riveter on it. Mm-hmm. I think I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $12 and it's one of my favorite jerseys. Yeah. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm talking more like street clothes. So funny t-shirts to a point.
Yeah.
Like, I think you can have too many t-shirts, but if you know your audience, right? But like stuff like this is one of the many scarves I have.
Scarf, yes, with bicycles.
That have bicycles on it. I mean, again, I'm a sucker.
That is not a
for
winter type scarf. That is a decorative women's
it's like a
type
women's
of
scarf.
Yep.
I have 2 of them. Yep. So that kind of thing, I think, is almost always safe. Socks.
Yeah, socks are usually fairly
Wool
safe.
socks. How do you mess up a pair of socks?
Right.
Bike themed jewelry. I really like the mom and dad. My parents gave me a bracelet years ago that was shaped like a butterfly, and she got it in Iceland. But it was made out of recycled inner tube.
Inner tubes. Yep.
And you can also find them where they've been laser cut. Like
she gave me a wallet made out of recycled inner tubes.
She also gave you,
and it's actually very cool, and it still sits in my drawer, but it has never been used because it's, that's kind of a thing that you like.
Yeah, so there's the line, right? Like a piece of jewelry, like a bracelet I can use on occasion. Yeah. Good. Yep. A wallet. Yep. Tough, because wallets are really personal on like what you put in them, how you want them to lie, she did also, if I remember correctly, she also gave you a bow tie, which I don't think you've ever worn. Yes, but we don't.
I have that too.
We're not bow tie going events people, unfortunately.
I think I used that at like a Halloween event one time.
You should wear it to. We're going to a party for Christmas with all our bike people.
Oh, there we go.
Wear
I'm gonna
it to that.
Okay.
Just be like our buddy Doug. All right. What else? What's another category of stuff?
Oh, self-care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, chamois cream. So I think that chamois cream is a great gift. And, it's maybe just a stocking stuffer type thing,
yeah,
whatever.
I was gonna say maybe not get a tub of it because it is personal. They have to try it and they may hate it.
They come in tubs and tubes. I mean, you're only getting a certain size.
Get a little one.
Here's the thing about chamois cream. Either the rider does not use it and they're like, ooh, and they've always kind of been chamois cream curious.
Chamois cream curious.
Right? Let me try some of this. So that way you're giving them that reason to try it.
Yes.
And if they already use chamois cream, I mean, honestly, if somebody gave that to me, I wouldn't really care what brand it is. I would be like, yeah, I'm going to use it. So I guess I'll name, 3 brands, though, that I do like.
Okay.
That would be Euro Cream. Euro Style.
Okay.
ASOS, which comes in a white plastic sort of tub.
Is that the one with the menthol in it or whatever?
That's the one with the, yes, that's the stuff that the cooling agent. You put that on and then about 30 seconds later, you're like, woo. And then the muck off.
No, we can't go past that one too fast.
Okay.
I love that stuff.
You like that stuff.
And only though, I don't like it all the time.
Yep. In the summer when it's hot.
I like it in the summer when it's hot. I actually like to put it in a little baggie to bring, like, say, on a very long ride. So at the beginning of the ride, I don't need it, but halfway through the ride, when you stop for a break, that stuff is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the
other
third
one was the muck off stuff, which is actually they just rebrand. Athlete Performance, I believe, makes it. It's a British company that makes it.
Yes, that's right.
And muck off basically is the one who markets it. And I love that stuff. And
they have a female versus male. They have a female and a male version.
They do. Yep.
Which at first I was like, but I have checked them both out, and the female version is different. It's thicker.
It's way thicker.
Yep. And I do really like that for day to day. My day to day chamois use. I like the muck off, and then I like the other stuff for the really hot when things need to be cooled down there.
Yeah.
Also, anything that I can massage myself with, like foam rollers or like I'd be okay with that. If anybody gave me something to help me with like my sore muscles.
Okay.
Yes, bring it.
Yeah. Impact massagers. If you don't already own one, those are great.
Yeah.
For cyclist legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, somebody's gonna be like, no, I don't want. This is another one. Like if they have an impact
massager,
you don't want to get them another one.
Right.
But I feel like there's 12,000 different types of foam roller thingies, and that you could probably never go wrong giving me a different one I could try to see if this one works a little better than something else. Or just give them a gift card to go get a massage.
Oh, a gift card for massage. That's a great one.
Yes, take notes, honey.
Yeah.
Which I guess brings up that just gift cards. Like gift cards are just not gift cards to their local bike shop, gift cards for services that they may enjoy, gift cards for,
Yep.
It's not a bad idea.
No, it's not.
Again, I know it can seem impersonal, but
Right.
anyway, that's
why you have those two levels of gift cards. You have a gift card with a certain monetary amount, and they can go in and maybe they'll spend more than that or whatnot. But then, like the gift card for massage, you're basically handing over the thing for a full item, a full service back.
Yes.
And I think in many cases, those are great gift cards.
And it just might not be something they would normally do for themselves. I know I wouldn't. Like I talk a good game about going for a massage. When was the last time I went for
or maybe
massage.
a pedicure or something like that.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Which, my feet in those shoes all the time. Anyway, so those are our ideas. If you have any others, feel free to share with us.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't we take a break?
Yes.
We'll come back. All right, we're back. You reviewed. You think we've got it all covered. Nothing else to add to our no gifts, bad gifts.
Oh, there's plenty of bad gifts, but I think we talked about the categories that catch all.
Yeah.
So
I liked the idea you said with the shoes, and then when we were offline just now, you were also mentioning like grips. Like I just like the idea that if you notice your rider has something that is just worn to death,
yes,
replace it. Don't try to upgrade it.
Yeah.
Don't try to, don't go to the bike shop and have them be like, oh, well, just because he liked these grips, he should try these other grips.
Right.
And the other thing that makes me think of is the same could be said for clothing. Like say he or she has a piece of clothing that they just adore and they've worn it to death and it's out of rotation now. Go to Poshmark.
Oh, that's a great one.
Go to Poshmark and try to find it.
Yep.
This is my new thing. It could even be other clothing. Like I'm wearing a pair of jeans right now. These are Old Navy jeans. It's a style that I loved. I had a pair of them. I wore them to death.
Yep. They no longer
make them. I went on Poshmark and I found them for $12, right? And I have bought other gear, Fox.
Your Fox riding pants.
My Fox riding pants.
Yep.
I've wool Pearl Izumi sweater. So yeah, if there's something they really, really like.
Yeah, if there's something really like,
and I think,
and maybe this is us, but I think if you're finding a certain item that you sought out and you found for them, that is something that's no longer made, and you found it for them on Poshmark, I think maybe the stigma of giving lightly used clothing is gone, right? It's kind of the rage now to have
it's
the
totally
thrift,
rage. And
right?
I bought you a long sleeve orange jersey from Greg LeMond's brand.
Yes.
And
a vintage type thing.
Yeah. So there's like it was
definitely vintage.
Oh, it was way vintage, not made anymore. You love to collect LeMond themed things.
Right.
So yeah, don't underestimate. Plus, if you can sell some stuff, then it's like free.
Right. It comes out of your selling account.
It comes out of your selling account. It's just, it's its own little bank. So anyway, it's holiday shopping is hard. It feels just so forced. Sometimes it can feel a little forced and contrived that you have to be shopping for things, and that can make me cranky.
A lot of bike brands at some point had made cycling jerseys.
Yes.
And so finding a vintage of their bike brand that they ride can be a really cool item.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And again, that stuff's out there.
Yes.
So I use Poshmark a lot. I look for things like, UMass Amherst. I've found UMass Amherst sweatshirts. I've found, again, LeMond. I've gotten Shredley shorts. It's great. All right. We're going to wrap up with some news from the bike shop. What do you want to talk about?
I guess, I did. So we are going to be starting to carry Intense.
Yes.
Intense bikes, and they are undergoing a revamp of the brand, basically.
Yeah.
A lot of new product and a new way of doing business where they're not going to be selling full bikes necessarily. What they're doing is this program where you get the frame. They're calling it Frame First.
Right.
And then you pick your parts parts package and so forth that you want. So you're not pigeonholed into what you are just getting pre-done by the company.
Right.
And you can even go online. You can put it all together online, and then you basically say send to my dealer, and then the dealer, the dealer's the one who gets all the stuff in and puts it together for you.
You are one.
So, of which I am one. And so the one I've been really excited for and waiting for is the Intense Spider.
There you go.
And the Spider is a 130 travel full suspension frame. Comes in 3 different colors, and I think this is a real nice sweet spot bike for this area.
Yep.
So I got that first frame in. I am hopefully going to build it this week. I'm waiting for a few items, but just first impressions are, what a gorgeously made and designed frame. I mean, like stylistic wise, and just the way all of the swing arm is attached and so forth. It's just very, very beautifully made. But of course, this is a brand new bike, and nobody has really ridden this quite yet, very much.
Okay.
Because it's been just trickling out. So as of recently, Pink Bike has their hands on it.
Okay.
In a trail bike showdown.
Hold on a second. What is Pink Bike? Just so that for people like me.
Pink Bike was a very popular mountain biking website of reviews and... Is.
Okay.
So it is a popular website of reviews and customer or just rider forums.
Okay.
And buy-sell listings and so forth like that.
Okay.
They were an independent thing, but they are now part of the whole Outside magazine conglomerate situation.
Outside owns everything.
So
that's not surprising.
And so they do a lot of popular YouTube videos. And so they're doing a trail bike showdown right now with 6 bikes.
Okay.
So they just came out with they have the 2 first episodes out. The first one was a little short climbing challenge, a little short descent challenge, and a no pedal flow trail challenge. And so, and fortunately, and like this, the thing is,
and the Spider was part of this.
The Spider was part of this. And these tests are very subjective, right?
Yes.
It is 2 test riders.
Okay.
Right? And in a particular area, they're in Bentonville for this test. And you also don't know when you're talking about a thing like that's owned by Outside, you never really know who's like the biggest advertiser and so forth like that. But you never know.
Speaking of
and I will say that there's no way that Intense is a big advertiser, right? They're not Trek levels of budget. And there was a Trek in there, but the Intense tied for first on the climbing challenge, tied for first on the descent challenge, and was first outright in the flow trail section. And so it is so far doing very, very well.
So it's totally subjective, but we like the results.
We like the results.
All right,
yes,
that's awesome. And I mean, you're gonna get that put together.
That is gonna be put together, and I'll have this to test ride.
Yeah, and so you can try it, so you can see what you think.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is that I haven't ridden this yet, and that's why I miss the days of Interbike because we used to get to ride a lot of bikes before you bought them
before you commit.
Before you commit, and those days are gone, but. I am really looking forward to getting on it.
Well, we have other very small news at the shop. The irony, of course, I just said don't buy water bottles is we have new water bottles.
We do. Yep.
We do these, our water bottles. I feel like our water bottles are as much tell the story of the bike shop. Mm-hmm. Like I think of them as this is the Gen 4. So over the past 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years.
We've done 4 water bottles because we buy like 200 and we hang on to them for it takes us about 2-3 years.
It takes 2-3 years to sell through.
To get through these.
Yep.
So these are our new water bottle. I'm mostly excited about these. I like the design. I like how the design came out, but I'm mostly excited about these because they are made out of bioplastic.
Yes, from sugarcane.
Right.
Yep. So these are from Mountain Flow.
Yep.
and what is it, 95% sugar cane?
Something like that.
And it's the leftover waste product, I believe, from processing sugar cane.
Yeah. Now, let me just say, I hate plastic. I'm so anti-plastic. So these are hard for me to wrap my head around. But people buy them. People want them. And this was at least a step towards making them a little more environmentally friendly, because they're not made with fossil fuels. They are not biodegradable. They are still a plastic. So they can go into plastic recycling, which I think we can acknowledge most people are not doing. And you hold on to them for years. I mean, years and years and years. So, but I'm really excited to at least, I think they are the nice next step in our water bottle, our water bottle journey. It's hard to design things for the shop.
It is.
It's funny.
And you do a great job.
Oh, thanks. One of our friends and customers, I said, oh, these were tough. And he's like, why tough? And I said, well, it's got to be a design I like and that I can live with for the next 3 years, because these water bottles are going to be everywhere. Anyway, so even though I said don't buy water bottles, if you want to buy a water bottle, you can come to Steve the Bike Guy.
Buy them for yourself when you need them.
Yes, buy them for yourself when you need them. Do not put water bottles on other people. Anyway, all right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode.
Okay.
You realize we're quickly approaching 1 year of podcasting.
Wow.
I know. Crazy.
We have to look at the episode count.
We will. All right. Well, Cycling Together with Kristin and Steve is a production of Steve the Bike Guy, an independent bicycle shop in Eastern Massachusetts, and Sundin Marketing.
If you like the show, please leave a review or share with a friend. And for show notes, links, or to leave a comment, question, or topic suggestion, visit cyclingtogether.bike.
You can follow the shop on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Steve the Bike Guy. And soon we will actually have a new website over at stevethebikeguy.com.
You have been slaving away on this, so...
It was time. Time for a rearrange and a cleaning.
All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bye.